Okay. Thank you for tuning in to another edition of Pre-Market Pulse Scan. Today is Monday, June the 5th, 2017. And the market's starting the week off rather boring. Not a lot going on. But let's see, we got some breaking news. Let's see, Q1 productivity revised. I don't think the market cares one way or the other. Rick Santelli's talking. You can see it right here, bottom right hand side of the screen. And basically, who gives a darn? All right, overnight markets. We need to talk. Lucy, I think you have some explaining to do. Everyone talking about interest rate hike, this and that. 2 rate hikes coming, 3 coming, 45 rate hikes in the next 15 minutes, whatever. Wrong, wrong, and wrong. Bond futures overnight market hit 155.04. I do believe there was somebody who was telling you to look out for the 155 bond and how that was the top of the range, and that's where the market wanted to go after the last rate hike announcement. I do believe someone told you that. Well, here we are, folks. Bonds breaking out, becoming more powerful. Rally mode. Are we going to lock in? Is this going to be a new thing? A new thingy? Well, the higher the bond prices, the lower the probability chance of a rate hike. Moving on to the Dow futures, down 19 points at 21,184, holding that 21,000 level. The mighty NASDAQ, or how some like to call it NASCrack, it is at 58.79.5, down 6.5 points. And the E-mini S&P 500 at 24.35.5, down 2.25. The S&P is staying above 24, and the NASDAQ staying above 58 is a very strong bullish sign. Oil can't make up its mind what it wants to do. It's at 47.37.5, down 27.5 cents. Make it 30 cents now. The dollar broke into the 96 handle. We're at 96.85. So that is interesting, to say the least. I think it's going to find some strong support here around this 96 level. That's what I'm thinking right now. That would be my guesstimate on what's going down right now, and it's been the price. But I think it's going to start stabilizing around 96. Seems to be the case here. The euro is off 30 pips. The pound is up 29 pips, and the Aussie is up 45 pips. Gold hit 1286 and has now pulled back to 1284.90. It's up $4.70. Silver, very strong here. This is a dividing line at the 1750 mark. We're at 1759 now. All right. So this 1750 level is very critical. All right. Very critical. All right. Looking at natural gas, major disappointment. Took it on the chin last week, got stopped out after a painful ride. It's broken now, the $3 support. We hit $2.94 in the overnight, and we've since bounced to $2.96. I don't think it's going to stay like this for long. I think that there are a lot of other factors coming into play, namely the weather, because temperatures have been mild. That's why you can expect this. Once the weather changes, then this will change as well. We have incredible fundamentals brewing in the background. The same fundamentals that are brewing in the background for gold is similar to the fundamentals that are brewing in the background for natural gas. For natural gas, China is the big story. For gold, the Arab nations are the big story. So we have mighty forces coming into both of these markets. So it's going to be very interesting going forward what kind of a bubble we can create in these markets. So I'm pretty excited about that. Natural gas is historically called the widowmaker market because it has destroyed many a dude who tried to trade it. I found myself on the wrong side of it last week, and I took it on the chin. I didn't get my face ripped off, but I took it on the chin. That's the nature of the beast when you operate in the commodity futures space. We love it because it's a wild ride, and you can make insane amounts of money. The biggest paydays I've ever had in trading have all come from futures, trading commodity futures. And that's hands down, no questions asked. You can make fast money trading commodity futures, but you got to know what you're doing so you don't get your face ripped completely and utterly off. With that said, we segue into the big story, which is the futures. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, to get involved in the futures markets. You will see me doing more futures trading in the days and weeks to come. It's that time. It's time to start picking up points here and there. It's a fast-moving game. You don't hold positions, for days and weeks. You're lucky if you can hold a position for 2 days. All right? But that's the nature of the beast, and we love it. I'm specifically looking into trading the stock indexes, the Dow, NASDAQ, S&P, also getting into some crude oil, some gold and silver, and the natural gas. Those are the ones I like to trade. So that's what I'm going to be playing with here. I see major operations on the horizon. So looking at that today with eyes wide open. All right, so what can we expect this week in these markets? Let's take a look. Let's look and see what we need to do. Last week we did what we needed to do with no problem. So now we need to know, is this going to continue or is the trend going to change? What saith the tea leaves? Let's look and see what we got, and then we can kind of take it from there. Basically, in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, the weekly chart of the gold, you can see we're well outside of the Kumo cloud now, and the market is trying to position itself for a nice bull run here. But we got a problem. We got a consolidated, elongated cloud coming here, which doesn't really say too much as far as trend is concerned. We're going to need to get the trend lines up out of the Kumo cloud rising in order to change this picture here. We need some ramps, ladies and gentlemen, like we had back here. We had ramps here, but we lost the momentum, so couldn't take advantage of the ramps up in here. That would have led us into the high 1350s. Instead, we broke south. Everything went left, and then we corrected this way. All right, so we kind of took advantage of the ramps on the downside. So we watched it here, followed it here, but in the wrong side of the cloud. Then it corrected a little bit, and then we just broke out, and then we hit resistance, came down, tested support. See, this is why this is called the Kumo cloud of death. Let me draw a few things for you here. All right, let's see here. All right, notice right here, this is the top of the cloud, and then notice the bottom of the cloud. All right, that's why it's called the Kumo cloud of death, because prices tend to trade both the support and the resistance of a cloud. No matter how wide the cloud is, when prices are in this cloud, they can do anything. Sometimes they break out to the bottom of the cloud like it did here, only to head fake you and then head back up again. All right, so that's why it's the Kumo cloud of death, because you can't trust the price action when it's inside of here. It's going to do whatever it wants to do. All right, so you had false breakout here. Thought you was going to break out here. Nope. Thought you was going to break down here. Nope. That's what it does. That's why the Kumo cloud is labeled as such. It is the cloud of death. All right. So now we've seen where everything has been. Let's take a look at where everything may be going. All right. Basically, we have a situation where you know you got your support down in here, and we just hit resistance right here. Now we're kind of coming off a little bit here. Are we going to take this out right here? I do suspect that we're gunning for this high here, and we're headed to 1350. 1300 is no longer the key resistance or key target. 1350 is now. 1350 is in play. So we should break the 1300 easily this week and possibly hit 1350 within the next week or two, all things being equal. All right, so this is kind of where we are in the gold futures right now. Switching focus over to the silver. We don't need you. Let's turn you off. This happens when you have a million things running at once. All right, let's see here. All right. Okay, silver is a little bit different because it's in the cloud of death and it's hitting some resistance. This market needs to stay above 1725 this week. Got to close above 1725. All right, got to. If it does not, we're headed to 16. I just want to emphasize that with my shaky hand. This is the trajectory right here. All right, this is where we're headed, folks. All right, if we don't hold on the momentum support line. So where we're going. Will this take gold down with it? I don't know. But we do have lower highs. All right. We did have some lower lows, but we broke that here. All right. But is this a top? Is this where we're going? Are we creating a channel? A nice downtrend channel? Are we going to connect the dots all the way down with this silver? Is that what we're doing here? Are we going to 16 and below? You feel me? So silver needs to do something here. It needs to break up and out so that we could get up to the 19 and 20 handle. All right. This is what silver needs to do. If it does not, it's toast. A little bit different picture than gold right now. It's showing that it's weaker than gold. All right, what about my good old friend? Say hello to my little friend, Natty Gas. You burnt me, Natty. I didn't think you were going to do it, but you did it. You burnt me. I don't know if we could ever be friends again. As you can see, it lost all momentum here. All right. So here we were last week. Here we are this week. And it's on the verge of falling off of a cliff. I think we're going to do what is called a repeat. Here's the repeat. Let me show you what I mean. Last time we got down here, we did this. We spiked low, hit a spike low. I'm suspecting that we're going to do the same thing again here. We'll spike low here at the bottom of the cloud, possibly. And then the next bar will get us back into the cloud. Then the next bar from there
will put us outside of the cloud. I think we're going to do a straight line like that. I think that's what's coming. It's going to repeat this. And that's what's coming. So then we will hit the 350 mark, possibly even 360, 370-ish, somewhere around there. But this is where we'll hit the next resistance level. All right. This is what I see coming for the nat gas. So then the next question is, if that be the case, what are you going to do about this? Where is it? I can't remember the ticker now. Where is it? Give me just a sec. I will find it. Here it is. All right. What are we going to do with the coinage? What are we going to do with the coinage? Bitcoin, Ethereum, what say ye, right? All right, I'm going to tell you what I think about these two things. First of all, looking at this weekly chart, you can see how this thing has just been catastrophic to the upside here, right? Everybody see that. With that being said, what do you think I'm about to say concerning this chart? Can anyone guess what the next play is going to be? Anybody? Somebody said retracement. Okay. All right. And let's see here. Give me just a second. All right. Well, let's do this because things are different. So let's just give me a quick second. All right, having some computer issues. Hold on. We're going to knock this out right quick. Just need stuff to cooperate. All right. I'm gonna nip it in a nutshell, and then I'm gonna break it down for you. In a nutshell, I'm going to be all over this. So what do you guys who've been with me the longest know? What am I saying? I'm saying this right here is in play. And I'm saying a major operation is about to take place in this right here. You see how widely held it is? Look to the far right. Look at the volume, almost 100 million shares. Yes, sir, Bob. As soon as the bell opens. Yes, 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 yes. No, not a big order, a ridiculous order.
Until he's talking, you can see it right here, bottom right hand side of the screen, and basically who gives a darn. All right, overnight markets. We need to talk. Lucy, I think you have some explaining to do. Everyone talking about interest rate hike, this and that. 2 rate hikes coming, 3 coming, 45 rate hikes in the next 15 minutes, whatever. Wrong, wrong, and wrong. Bond futures overnight market hit 155.04. Bullish sign. Oil can't make up its mind what it wants to do. It's at 47.37 and a half, down 27 and a half cents. Make it 30 cents now. The dollar broke into the 96 handle. We're at 96.85. So that is interesting, to say the least. I think it's going to find some strong support here around this 96 level. That's what I'm thinking right now. That would be my guesstimate on what's going down right now. And okay. Thank you for tuning in to another edition of Pre-Market Pulse Scan. Today is Monday, June the 5th, 2017. And the market's starting the week off rather boring. Not a lot going on. But let's see, we got some breaking news. Let's see, Q1 productivity revised. I don't think the market cares one way or the other. Rick said, I do believe there was somebody who was telling you to look out for the 155 bond and how that was the top of the range, and that's where the market wanted to go after the last rate hike announcement. I do believe someone told you that. Well, here we are, folks. Bonds breaking out, becoming more powerful. Rally mode. Are we going to lock in? Is this going to be a new thing? A new thingy? Well, the higher the bond prices, the lower the probability chance of a rate hike. Moving on to the Dow futures, down 19 points at 21,184, holding that 21,000 level. The mighty NASDAQ, or how some like to call it NASCrack, it is at 58.79.5, down 6.5 points. And the E-mini S&P 500 at 24.35.5, down 2.25. The S&P is staying above 24, and the NASDAQ staying above 58. Is a very strong